welcome back to LK Tech News. We meet again, I'm Katie. I will be giving you international and local news. Let's start from new COVID-19 cases from 5 countries. Hi Lawrence.
Thank you, Katie. Now you're with me, Lawrence, and today let's see about general news. New COVID-19 cases from 5 countries.
The government on Wednesday reported 10 new cases of coronavirus disease. Quarantine arrival from 5 countries, raising the total to 3,490. The Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration said there were 6 Thai and 4 foreigners. They arrived from Ethiopia, India, Indonesia, Myanmar, and Yemen. An Ethiopian student aged 19 arrived last Friday from Addis Ababa and was staying at alternative state quarantine facility in Samut Prakan province. She tested positive for the disease on Monday. From India, a year-old Thai girl and Thai woman aged 27 arrived on August 31st and were quarantined in Chonburi province. They tested positive on Monday. From Indonesia, 2 Thai men aged 37 and 47 arrived on September 3rd and were quarantined in Bangkok. They tested positive on Monday. From Myanmar, a Myanmar woman aged 42 arrived on September 9th and is staying an alternative state quarantine facility in Bangkok. She tested positive on Sunday. From Yemen, 4 Thai students, 1 woman aged 24, 25, 26, and 31 arrived last Friday and were quarantined in Bangkok. They tested positive on Monday. Of the total of 3,490 cases, 3,316, 95%, had recovered and 116 were in hospitals. The death toll remains at 58 since June 2nd. Global COVID-19 cases rose by 278,856 over the past 24 hours to 29.72 million. The worldwide death toll went up by 6,000 to 939,140. The United States had the most cases at 6.79 million, up by 36,447, followed by India with 5.02 million cases, up by 91,120, and Brazil with 4.38 million, up by 34,755. Thailand linked 128.
Thank you so much for the information. Stay healthy guys. So now let's move to the another news. Pravit to run government rally center. Hi Ingrid.
Thanks, Katie. Now, we are in the politics news. Deputy Prime Minister Pravit Wongsuwan will run the Operation Center monitoring the anti-government rally on. Deputy Prime Minister Pravit Wongsuwan will run the Operation Center monitoring the anti-government rally on Saturday, when protest leaders expect at least 40,000 people to attend. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has set up the center to keep a close eye on rally goals, according to a government source. At least 3 groups of police officers are being brought in form today to guard government house. Security cameras have been installed at key locations, and mobile electricity generator machines will be used in the compound. The source said more than 8,550 crowd control officers will also be deployed for the event. Former Future Forward MP candidate Piyarat Chongthep, who is in charge of security on behalf of the protesters, said at least 40,000 people would attend, and while 70% of previous rally participants had been youngster, former Red Shirt supporter. and those linked political parties would make up half of the protesters this time. สนามหลวง would be packed, he said, voicing concern about security issues as its open area, unlike the adjacent Thammasat University Thaprajan campus. At the outset, we asked for volunteers to work as a security guards, said Mr. Birat. Now we have around 200 to 300 volunteers and there might be more on the day. All of them must register using their ID card so that they can be verified. This will also prevent third parties from infiltrating this group. Protest leaders who are also students will coordinate with police, he said, adding that they were still trying to persuade university executives to allow them to use the campus during the protest. If the university agrees, said Mr. Birat, the Sanam Luang bus terminal would be used as a coordinating center for volunteers and paramedics. Organizers also hope to get permission for the protesters to use nearby streets because they need to stay at least until 3 a.m. on Sunday, he said, adding that protesters just want to fly their demand at government house and then leave the venue.
Thank you, Grit. Now many businesses are in trouble. Let's hear the business news. Airline brace for the end of state aid measure from Iris.
You're welcome, Miss Katie. I'm Iris. Refreshing from the COVID-19, so it cannot make the business go enough in the business world.
Airline break for end of stage aid make sure. Thai aviation says a real trade in the fourth quarter when operating costs says again after the government aid make sure aid. Well, some carriers may not get the soft loan the Prime Minister has promised. After a meeting between Seventh Airline and Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha on August 28, they reminding no conclusions on how and when state back. Bank will allocate 24 billion baht in soft loan to airline to mitigate the impacts of the outbreak crisis. Executive Chairman of Air Aviation, the largest shareholder of Thai AirAsia, say the carrier expect to get more details on loan conditions by next week. He refused to comment on report the Thai AirAsia and Bangkok Airways are the only two of the 7 airlines that will receive soft loan, but he said his own belief is the other carrier will get some support, though not as such as they have requested. We will face a real trade in the fourth quarter if Thai cannot repent to foreigner tourists, Mr. Thasapon said. Even though the government have approved a special tourist visa service, the exact plan afterward is more important because tourism open tours doesn't have a clue how to start. As the market is trending, Thai Lion Air Fresh changes in operating flight at the break, even point as an advantage low factors between weekend and weekday to prevent losses if flight should run at 7% load factor, but the figures of weekday flights are mostly below 50%. With the low demand, it's hard for any airline to hit
98% load factors as they did during the pre-pandemic period, Mr. Nantapon saying. The government asked us to reduce airfare to attract more low tourists, but adventure sale flight is already aligned with operating costs, and we have to bear a higher cost for exact tax starting in October after just 2 months for reduction.
Thank you so much, Iris. There are many serious news you guys have been listening to, so now let's move to the relaxed one. Jurgen Klopp open to extending Liverpool contract and outline next step. Hi, Andy.
Thanks, Miss Katie. Liverpool's fan will probably happy because Jurgen Klopp, the talent managers in Liverpool, open up his future in Liverpool.
Thanks, Katie. Today, media Jurgen Klopp open to extend the Liverpool contract and outlines next step. Jurgen Klopp has hinted he is open to renewing his Liverpool contract, but says some time away from football will be needed whenever he leaves. Klopp extended his stay on Merseyside back in December last year, when he and his backroom team signed the new deals until 2024. Those terms will keep Klopp at Liverpool for a total of 9 years, doubling at the 7 years spells he had previously with both Mainz and Borussia Dortmund in Germany. There have been some claim that the Premier League winning managers would be open to spell with the German national side after his tenure in Liverpool is at an end. And while the 53-year-old suggests he would be happy to discuss fresh terms later down the line, he insists a year-long sabbatical will be taken while he eventually calls time on his stay at Anfield. Jurgen Klopp said, "A lot of people ask him this question. He has never heard someone ask Pep Guardiola about that, but his contract ends next year. He's got 4 years left, which feels like an eternity in football. A lot can be happen during this time. He would assume that in 4 years, he will think about whether to renew or not. If he doesn't renew, he will go on a holiday when he leaves Liverpool. He won't take a new job the next day, that's for sure. He will take a 1 year back after Liverpool." He was officially appointed as Liverpool manager on October 8, 2015, but the wheels has been put in motion by FSG around 2 weeks earlier, with the German meeting the Reds owner in New York at the beginning of that month. Since taking charge at Anfield, Klopp has guided the Reds to Champions League, UEFA Super Cup, FIFA Cup, World Cup, and Premier League titles. The champions returned to action Sunday afternoon when they traveled to Chelsea. Thank you.
Thank you for all the news today, guys. See you again next Thursday, same place, same time. Thank you.